What's up, guys? Justin Morgan here, Carved Up Vegan Muscle, and I just did a video talking about looking at like the relationship between muscle growth and increasing strength within different rep ranges. But what I didn't talk a lot about was why it would be beneficial to work in different rep ranges, and this is something that. It kind of piggybacks on my last video, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But the reason that it would be really good to work within different rep ranges, one is for your own personal satisfaction, I guess, because it can be tedious to always work within the same rep ranges. You can potentially do that. Say you're always going to do 1s, 3s, and 5s, and that's all you're going to do the rest of your life. Will you be able to get stronger and build muscle and do things within those rep ranges? And yes, absolutely. If you do a set of 1, so you're only doing singles, and it is near maximum capacity or near whatever your max is, then you're pretty much going to engage all muscle fibers, because as your motor units or motor neurons begin to fire in order to produce force to move weight or to do a particular lift, what you kind of see is that your body recruits as many muscle fibers as it can. It gets better at doing certain lifts, and you get better within certain rep ranges. So if you're always doing singles, then you're probably going to be really good at doing singles. Now, if your 1 rep max goes up, your 10 rep max is probably going to go up too, but they may not go up in relationship to one another. So they kind of, one might get a little bit ahead of the other because you're always working within that rep range. You're always doing the same thing. So if you're following a graph, they may start off about the same, and then there kind of starts to be a disconnect between them. One will get better if you're always working within that one particular rep range. So one reason to do different rep ranges is because just for mental things, like if you've been working at singles, triples, and 5s for a while, and you go up and you start doing sets of 10, then you're probably going to get better at doing sets of 10, so you're going to see a lot of progress, and it's really a mental boost. It's something encouraging to you. It's something different to do. It can get boring always doing the same things. Same idea as doing different exercises, different variations of the lift. If you've never done a front squat before and you've only done back squats and you're back squatting 3 days a week, well, then you may see some benefit from going ahead and throwing in front squats once a week instead of doing another day of back squats, just because it's fun. It's something different. You can kind of find some of that newbie intrigue or interest in what you're doing within the lifts. So that's one really good reason to work within different rep ranges or to do different exercises, is just because it's something different for your body, something that you might enjoy. And the other one reason, I can deal with muscle growth, but I'm hesitant to really say that because traditionally, when we've looked at volume and muscle increases, it's always been measured by sets times reps times weight. And I'm really not on board with that, but if you're working for a set of 10 versus a set of 1, it does push the muscles in a different way. It integrates a variety of different muscles in a different way, a different capacity than doing singles. So I would agree that there is a benefit to working within different rep ranges. Now, what I'm not a fan of is doing different rep ranges all on one day or all at one time. I really like Dr. Mike Zourdos has done a lot of research on daily undulating periodization, where like within a week maybe you'll do a set of 10 on one day, maybe a midweek workout you'll do sets of 8, and then on another day you might do sets of 5. So you're having undulating rep schemes within what you're capable of doing. So that's very beneficial to do. But if like you're building up and doing like a 1 rep max and then you're doing sets of 10 and sets of 20, that can have not as great of benefit. I mean, not that it won't work, because working out in general works for building muscle and getting stronger and improving athletic ability. But it's probably not as beneficial as if you say, I'm going to work in sets of 10, and then I'm going to work in sets of 5 on another day or on a different week, or in a different block, or however you choose to do it. So that's also a different way of looking at it. So those are just a couple concepts on why it might be beneficial for someone to work within different rep ranges instead of always working within the same rep range. I'm a really big fan of starting off with 5s and then kind of branching out from there. So that's just a little bit on the topic. You guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video and you don't mind sharing it, I'd appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.